talking about interacting with your child. When you do, be positive. Do everything you can, especially as they're getting into the teenage years and they're getting awkward and they're changing in their bodies and they're feeling different. Compliment them as much as you possibly can. They appreciate it, and even if they roll their eyes and think you're silly, they're walking away from you feeling that warm fuzzy. They need that more than ever in their lives. They need the positive reinforcement. And be aware. Be aware of your child. Notice changes that they're going through developmentally, who they're talking to, know their friends, you know, what they're doing, what activities they're in. A lot of times teens will start to distance, as we've talked about, and you have to do that reeling in to get them back. Make time for that one-on-one, just like we said. Be there for your teen. Communicate, just be there. Spend some time one-on-one with your child. And then check and check again. Don't be fooled with the cell phone thing or take at face value what your teen is telling you. Even if they're trustworthy, it doesn't hurt to every once in a while check up. Are they where they say they're going to be? Are they talking to who they're saying they're talking to? Are they really doing their homework? You know, be in tune with school. Obviously, you guys have taken a huge step by being here tonight and spending your own time for family night on Cinco de Mayo when you could be having fun. So check up on your kids. Don't be afraid to do that, and you have every right. Even if they come back and they're argumentative about it, don't let that get to you. You are the parent, take charge, and know what's going on in their lives. Okay, well, talking about being a role model, and I think I'll let you talk a little bit about the role model.
Okay. Just being a role model for your children. Practice what you preach. We all know in this day and age, everybody's busy. Can you guys hear me, or if I'm yelling, just tell me shh. In this day and age, everybody is busy. Parents are working full-time, attending school functions, going here, there, everywhere for kids' sports and everything. But make sure you're being a positive role model for your child. If you are on the computer, a lot of us as adults use the computers. We all have cell phones. Be a role model. You know, be appropriate when you're on your phone. You know, view appropriate things on the internet and whatnot in front of your kids, and teach them, educate them to use those things as a tool, not as necessarily a crutch. Set a positive example for your kids. Don't tell them to not scream at you when you're raising your voice 20 times. Don't do what you ask them not to do. Be accountable for your actions also. I know that everybody says, you know, I'm the parent, you are the child, but at the same time, it's a respecting also. If you can treat your teenagers with the same respect that you expect out of them, then hopefully you will get that in turn. Be consistent and follow through with what you say you will do. How many parents do the threatening thing 5 times and say, you're going to be grounded, you're going to be grounded, you're going to be grounded, and you let them continue that behavior for that much longer, or you ground them for 1 week, 2 weeks, and 3 days into it, they're driving you crazy and you want to pull your hair out, so you just let them off the hook. We're all guilty of that, everybody does it, but just be consistent and follow through, because then if you close those doors, you do not open them to manipulate you. Identify your expectations as a parent and allow your children to do the same. If you have friends, if your children have friends and they hang out with their peers, they play sports, they do all of that, set your expectations for them. If there's chores to do in the home, when it comes to school, what is your rule as far as schoolwork? When do they have to complete it? When does it need to be done by? What about grades? Do they have to get certain grades? Do they have to be doing certain things in so many extracurricular activities? And allow your teen to have expectations for you too. And that does not mean that you are a taxi cab. It means that you are being responsible for them. You're teaching them by modeling appropriate behavior. Again, just find teachable moments and use them wisely.